Hello, it's Brendan from Tech Boys Ireland. Today we have the Poly Studio P5 USB webcam. So basically, it's the conferencing facility camera there at the moment. And I suppose before we go into too much details on this particular camera, we as Tech Boys, we've done a variety of the Poly products in the past, and it's kind of getting confusing for a lot of people because they've actually asked. And I'm supposed to put a bit of background. In 2018, Polycom was acquired by Plantronics, and 2029, the name of the combined group changed to Poly. So this is where we see the Poly. But in 2022, it was sold to HP. So when you see a lot of the products at the moment, you'll see a different variety. We have a Tech Buzz conferencing speaker here at the moment, and we've done a lot of the Voyager products as well, which is the headphones. And on each occasion, they've been quite clear, very good, and very much integrated. So when you hear us talk about Poly, Plantronics, HP, for example, it gives a bit of background because a lot of people will be very familiar with the Plantronics name and may have lost the connection between the whole three of them. But we're not talking about that today. Today we're actually talking about this particular camera itself. And I suppose the first thing you'll notice is small and compact. It's got a USB-A, plugs directly into the details, and it's a 1080p webcam with a microphone built in. So obviously the camera is there, microphone built into the bottom. It's got a shutter for switching it off and on. So basically you can close out on that as well. The bracket itself can be mounted directly onto the back. And this is just a basic, an 80-degree field of view there as well. So it gives you a bit of variety there at the moment. So you can put it in there. Directional microphone focuses on device. So in other words, when you have it facing directly to yourself, you can actually see directionally on that. And that's kind of in a nutshell what it's about. But it also comes with the Poly Lens desktop app included. So that's another package which can be downloaded directly, and you can log in as a guest or etc. and we'll set it up. We'll just give you a quick view of it there at the moment. As far as being robust and solid, it is 68 grams, but actually it's light, and that's quite important for me, the lightness, simply because when you put it on the back of a laptop, if you get a really heavy one there, it's inclined to pull the laptop over, etc. on those details, and that's a bit of a so-so there at the moment. This one actually snuggles in well. What I'll also show you as well is this can be moved around. So traditionally people put it on the front of the camera on that thing and move it. In modern days, working from home, a couple of different varieties. People start now changing what they're actually the way they're working, and the home working allows different options because you end up with two monitors, for example, and sometimes you want to put it up and have it face down to catch both, for example, rather than looking at one particular screen. And if it's one laptop, and that's a big change with the remote working. Really good to see as well is 2-year warranty, which is always good. So we're just going to set it up now for a few moments and give an idea what it does. We've now set it up, configured and set up, and when I say set up, that's probably an over exaggeration because all I've actually done is plug the USB-A cable directly into the laptop, made no other changes whatsoever, just plugged it in. Typically what you do is you do that facing directly towards yourself there at the moment. If you just face it on a screen, just gives an idea of some letters. Often with my own laptop, if I did the same thing there, my own camera, I wouldn't actually see it. So the software actually updated, downloaded itself. I didn't have to do anything in the background just to show it's actually working there at the moment, which is quite good. And in traditional form, all you do is you use this normal, you have the microphone there if you wanted to face it towards yourself, and you could have it higher, lower, and with the use of 2 monitors, 3 monitors, for example, we have a variety of different options. This will swivel around, turn. The bracket itself allows, and you notice the Poly logo there at the moment on that. You can pop and change it itself on that, which is quite good. So from a normal point of view, as I mentioned earlier also, they have actually got the Poly Studio there at the moment. This is the software itself. It's free, you can download it, etc. And it just gives you the overview, telling me it's connected. It's got different controls I can set. So I can go down to the brightness, I can go down to a load of different options here and changing it. And it's got the focus, for example, so if I want to change the focus again, and these are all the different settings as well. Settings itself as well, you can go into anti-flicker and changing these, reset device, support, and you can go for the quick start guide, user guide. So you can have all this information at the tip of your hands there at the moment is there. The software here at the moment does work, it does actually work, but I feel it's a bit of a loss in terms of, because of the Plantronics, the Poly, the HP, there seems to be something missing, as in the technology software hasn't been updated as as we would normally have with the likes of Poly. And it's just a general observation. I haven't used their products for over 20 years there at the moment. The Plantronics Poly, excellent. And we've had, as I mentioned, we've had HP products at TechBuzz, Poly and Plantronics, the whole range of them. And the one thing is always stands out in the quality. This comes with a 2-year warranty, really nice. With the home working and remote options as well, one thing I'd prefer to see is a case coming with it, because when you typically throw it into your laptop bag to take it away to do anything details, there's not a great protection. This is quite solid. I don't have any problem there. It's also, you might see the green light on top here, which is the shutter. So you can actually turn this off and on. So when we have it here at the moment, we just turn it down. So it's a mechanical shutter, which is quite nice. So if I don't want to ensure that it's captured, and it's shown down. When I put it back on, you can see the green light to show it, which is a nice little touch. Not always the case that you use it, but it's nice to know it. So when you're facing it directly there at the moment. And I mentioned when the original details itself, and the box itself is typically in the format. The box doesn't tell you much information, it's just very limited information, those details. Interesting on the manufacture date, it gives you the dates on the box. So as far as warranties, etc., is very easy, not having to worry about receipts, because that date code, manufacturer's date code, is actually on the unit itself. So if I had a problem in X amount of time, obviously a receipt would override everything, but it's quite good. So the box is very simplistic in the sense of it's just basic. It stands up from mild, everybody be familiar with it. And this is the Poly Studio PS5 USB-A webcam. Thank you for watching TechBuzz Ireland.